everybody, and welcome back to another video on the Military and Surplus channel. Today we'll be taking a look at how to clean your respirator. Today we will be using the Hungarian 70M or the PMG series of masks. This cleaning also will work for GP5s. It's not very different at all, but apart from the fact this has more of a structured face piece, but apart from that it's fine. So first of all, what you want to do is, if you have the PMG series of masks, you want to unscrew this cap, then put this off to the side for now. Then what you want to do is, it's going to be very hard to show on camera, you have to, you see the voice diaphragm there? Just pull that out very gently, and pull the washer out very gently, which is going to be an absolute nightmare to do. The washer don't want to come out, but in there's a black washer you can see there, and you just have to pull that out. So first of all, make sure your plug is obviously sealed so no water gets out. But you want to run the tap so it's warm, not red hot. But it doesn't matter if the water is quite hot, because these masks are designed to stand up to NDC threats. And obviously some hot water is not going to damage it. But like I said, it's always better to be just aware of what it can do if it damages it. So what I'm doing now is running the tap to get it warm. So that's one. And also, what you'll want is, you want some washing up liquid or soap. Don't use very strong washing up liquid, as again, this can damage the mask. And I only clean these for collectability and either or wear. So first of all, what you're going to do is, you're going to put your mask in the bowl. I've got a very small sink, so it's very hard to show this. Then what you want to do, you'll just want to pour some washing up liquid, not much of it really, just enough that it will clean it. Then you would want to run the hot water tap, like that, until the mask is pretty much submerged. We'll get onto these parts later. These parts. As a note, you want to be very careful not to misplace this, because this is quite vital to the speech diaphragm, and the mask won't work properly if you don't have it. So as you can see, the mask is pretty much submerged. And all you're going to do is, you're just going to swill it around a little bit in here to get it all wet. It doesn't matter that the mask is wet, obviously. All you have to know is that you will need to dry it off at the end. Oops, I just spilled some water on the side. As that will damage the mask over a while and start it to rust and that. So what you want to do is, you want to get as much water inside the mask as you can, like this. Then you just want to, like, again, swish it around in the water just to clean it all. So just cleaning this now. The water I'm using is a little bit too hot, but it shouldn't damage the mask. Hopefully anyway. This one has already been cleaned, but I'm just using it because it hasn't been shown on the channel for a while. And it's one of my favourite masks, and, well, I just want it cleaned really because it's a little bit dirty. Then what you want to do when you've got all the water in it, you want to open like the exhale valve or something and let all the water trickle out. Or just easier, just pour it out the hood bit here. Makes it a lot easier and faster. So we'll let this soak for a couple of minutes, and I'll give you some background history on this mask. So if you haven't seen the video already, check it out. But this is the licensed copy of the Soviet PMG style of mask. And this mask, not just this mask, but this series of mask has very uncomfortable rubber, which is why, again, I'm washing it. And it's pretty good apart from that, to be honest. Has front-facing eyepieces, which is a good thing, because it means it could be, this mask would be used for looking down optics or sights, aka snipers or artillery crews. And it altogether just made it easier than looking down a GP5 one where they're on an angle. Pardon me. So there's some history there. What you want to do now is you want to get all this out, pour all the water out inside. Make sure to get as much as you can out because it will help later in the long run. So when you've done that, what you want to do is you want to drain the water out. Oh no, actually first, you want to get the voice diaphragm, which is just this plastic sheet, and do it very gently in the water. As you can see, I'm not doing it very hard at all. Just very gentle, and put this off to the side. Then we'll get this cap, the voice diaphragm cover, just swirl that around in the water a little bit. So we've done that, that's that clean. Now what you want to do is, again, get all the water out of this as much as possible, because it'll help in the long run. Then you want to drain all the water from the sink, but at the same time you want to use either fairly warm or cold water. I use cold water, but that's just my preference. And what you want to do is you want to get all the bubbles off it, because you don't want any soap staying inside of the mask, because again that could damage it over a long time. And also, if you're like me, I clean the neck strap as well, because you don't know where it's been. I know where mine is, but I'm just demonstrating for this video. And basically all you want to do is open the mask up and just get all the soap out of it. Because again, it will help in the long run. Oh, sorry, I'm kicking the camera now. Then just get all the soap off. Sorry if I keep repeating that. What I do as well is I open the Excel valve and I let water go in through there to get all the soap out of that bit, which is good. You should do that as well. Just let that go through there. And also remember to clean the filter port, as if this mask has been contaminated by asbestos, this is where it would like to hang out around in the filter port, so make sure to clean that as well. Get all the gunk out of there. So when this is clean and there is no visible soap or bubbles left, what you want to do is give it another rinse out just very quick to make sure you haven't missed any bits. I found some soap here. Then just swirl it around on here. So once you've got all the water out of this again, you want to get the plastic voice diaphragm, which is slipped into here somehow. You just want to give that a very light rinse off. And again with the voice diaphragm cap, just want to rinse it off very quickly. So turn your tap off now. Then what you're going to do is, just adjust the camera here. You're going to put the thing on a towel, as you can see here. What you want to do is, you want to just get the towel and basically just do this with it to get all the excess water off. So once you've done all that, you'll get a little towel like this one. Then what I find is best, need to move this, water's dripping everywhere. What I find is best is I get the towel and I just stuff it inside the mask. I do this because it absorbs all the water pretty fast and it also cleans it out as well. Oh, sorry, you can't see this. So once that's in there, just like squish it around a bit, like this. Then basically just leave it for a little bit to dry off. I can't repeat this enough, but always make sure there is no water inside the mask. And that's the little gasket thing I needed. That's just fell out, so I'll have to put that back in later. We'll just squish this around a little bit more. I'll show you back in the sink now. What you want to do is you just want to squish it around like this. because that just gets all the excess water out of it. So when you've done that, I'll turn it back over here. You want to take this out, then it'll be quite wet. But as you can see, the inside is fairly dry. There's still obviously some water bits, but they'll dry off eventually. Then you just want to give the outside of the mask a good rub off. Like this. I generally get the exhale valve and can't get it. Yeah, what I do is I generally get the exhale valve like this, and I'll stick the towel in it and turn it upside down like that to get all the water out of it. As you can see, that's got all the water out of the side I wanted to get out of, so we'll do it this side now. It's very hard to get hold of this. Then you just want to pull it again, put the towel in, turn it upside down and shake like this. And as you can see, that's got a lot of the water out. So then you want to clean the voice diaphragm area, put your towel in, rinse that around. Then the filter port, just here. Then all you do for the last bit is just wipe off excess parts, like where you can see a lot of water. So I can see a lot of water on this side. So what I'm going to do is wrap it up in here. I've got the mask, and I'm just going to do this. Be careful obviously not to rip it. But this should get most of the water off. As you can see, there's only very little bits of water on it. Also, what is a big must, always dry off the eyepieces, because the metal in that will eventually rust into damage of the mask, which isn't very good if you're a collector. So I'm just trying to get this open for you so you can see. As you can see, we've got the mask open. Then what you want to do, you want to get the towel and just stick it in here like this. Just make sure you're getting all of the water out. Over here, I'll show you, so you can actually see it. It's very hard to show on camera, but as you can see, that's got a lot of the moisture out. I won't be showing you how to fully dry this off, as it's pretty self-explanatory. And you can always just leave it in the sink upside down to get all the excess water off. But if you want it to dry quick, just use a towel, as it's much more efficient and easier. As you probably noticed, there is like hairs on it. I mean, fluff from a towel, so just pull that off. But then turn the mask back inside, back the right way. And then there you've got your clean Hungarian 70M or PMG. So I'll set this down there. Then there you go, you can see it now. So everybody, that was my video on how to clean the PMG or any type of really hood style helmet mask. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Stick around for the next video and cheerio.